Latest on Hurricane Nate's track and the potential of the storm surge and everything that's associated here with the hurricane over the next several hours. Andrew, what's going on?
Yeah, Hugh, it's still a very dangerous storm that's going to be headed towards South Mississippi, possibly a Cat 2. That is the forecast right now, a Cat 2 storm, and that's what you need to be prepared for. That means that we could see winds over or at 105-mile-per-hour winds. That could be causing for widespread power outages, a lot of debris in the roads, and we need to be prepared for that. One of the biggest issues that we think we're going to have from this system is storm surge. It will be especially bad if the storm takes the left side of this track. The cone of uncertainty, we always talk about it. Never pay attention to the center. You have just as much of a chance for it to take the left side of the track as you do the center or the right side. Expect the fact that it could stay on the left side of this track here, making landfall sometime as we head into Saturday evening, closer to around 10 p.m., into Sunday morning around 1 a.m. That is when high tide occurs. Our storm surge product, that does include how high that tide is going to be. Now, once again, we're already starting to see some rain bands just down to our south. These do have strong winds within them, and as they continue to move onshore, that is going to be when we start to see things deteriorate here in South Mississippi as far as the conditions. So you need to be getting to where you're going to be for tonight right now. We want to make sure everybody's ready and where they need to be within the next 30 minutes to the next hour. These rain bands are going to have strong winds, heavy rainfall, possibly even isolated tornadoes will be possible as these make their way on shore. Nate's still down to our south. It's less than 200 miles away from our coast, and it's moving north at a very brisk pace, over 20 miles per hour. So very quick moving. So we could already start to see some of our impacts here as we head towards 4 p.m. Low impacts with the winds, but then they pick up as we head throughout the evening. The highest impacts occurring late tonight, just after 10 p.m. on Saturday, before 4 a.m. on Sunday, so right around midnight to 1 a.m. That's also when we're going to see some of our more flooding concerns. Storm surge, one of our biggest issues, and even a low threat for a few tornadoes. By the time we head into the latter part of the morning and into closer towards noon tomorrow, we are going to see things quiet down a lot, and most will be able to step outside and do a little bit of picking up around their yards. Here's what we're expecting with storm surge. We talked about Hancock County a moment ago, but we're going to talk about it again, and we will get to Harrison and Jackson County right now. 7 to 11 feet possible in parts of Hancock County, Shoreline Park, up the Jordan River. Remember, if you're new to river areas, the water does come up the rivers and bayous. So don't think that you're protected from surge just because you live upriver. We're going to see that all the way up towards areas like Fenton, Diamond Head, the Kill, seeing it come up there towards Highway 43. Notice 43 from 90 to I-10, a bayou right through there. There you see it. There's a neighborhood right there. Those are spots that need to go ahead and get to a safe area. Notice down towards Bay St. Louis, just along the Bay St. Louis Bridge, you see that the water is going to be just up under the bridge on the land right there, maybe even covering parts of the road. Moving down towards Waveland. The further inland you are, the better chance you have at not dealing with surge, but if you live along a bayou, know that may not be the case. Further on down to the southwest, where Buccaneer State Park is, and down towards where the Silver Slipper Casino is, right through here. Going to see the surge pretty bad through this area. Check it out. Bayous all through this area, and we're going to see that water really inundate those spots. Just down to the southwest of that, I actually want to move a little bit further south towards Ainsley and or areas like Pearlington, going to be dealing with some higher surge down towards that area. This is a mandatory evacuation spot here. These low-lying areas around the bayous and Hancock County, they need to go ahead and get to those safe spots as well as down towards Jackson Landing and Pearlington. So we're continuing to watch that. Now let's take a look at Harrison County. 7 to 11 feet in Harrison County as well. Notice that the water could go up the rivers here. Look at how far it could go up the Wolf River. See how far it can go up Back Bay, down towards Brickyard Bayou and Bernard Bayou, and then up portions of the Chudacabuff and Biloxi rivers. Let's look down towards Henderson Point first, down towards Pass Christian. Going to see that water really inundate areas here. Possibly up to 11 feet of storm surge. That's what you need to be prepared for if you're down towards Henderson Point. Now remember, this does include the high tide. High tide occurring at 10 p.m. Saturday night until 1 a.m. on Sunday. So it will be making landfall during high tide. Let's take a look further up towards the opening of the Wolf River down towards West Whitman Road. If you live along here, south of Kildalil Road, know that you're going to be dealing with some water possibly. Taking a further look off to the east, let's look just a bit further on off to the west, though, kind of closer on to where the Walmart is there in Pass Christian and Long Beach. Going to be dealing with water just along those spots. kind of closer on towards SB Avenue. Check it out. Going to see water come up onshore there just a little bit, and that's what we'll be watching as we continue our way down the coastline.